The suspect in the murder of conservative political activist Charlie Kirk is set to make his first appearance in court later today. The 22-year-old suspect will likely be indicted on first-degree murder charges in Utah, according to the Attorney General Pam Bondi, who also said the Department of Justice is looking into their own kind of federal charges as well. This comes as the Washington Post reports that the suspect appeared to confess to the shooting in an online chat group, writing, "Hey guys, I have bad news for you all. It was me at UVU yesterday. I'm sorry for all of this." That, according to two people familiar with the message, along with screenshots obtained by the Post. FBI Director Kash Patel also provided new details about the alleged shooter yesterday on Fox News.
And what we learned was there was evidence, DNA evidence that could be collected and had been collected, including a screwdriver that was found on the rooftop. Also, we went over to the scene in the wooded area where the firearm was discarded, and the firearm had a towel wrapped around it. I can report today that the DNA hits from the towel that was wrapped around the firearm and the DNA on the screwdriver are positively processed for the suspect in custody.
I will say what was found in terms of information, a text message exchange where the suspect specifically stated that he had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and he was going to do that. And when he was asked why, he said some hatred cannot be negotiated with. In order to properly adjudicate this matter and let law enforcement hand off information into evidence for a court of law for prosecution, we have to go out and get search warrants. We have to go out and get search warrants of the identifiers that were then built off of the prior search warrants. And we are doing that. And we are going to be interviewing scores of people on not just these chats on Discord, but any communications that this individual have. We've seized multiple electronic devices from the home of the suspect and his romantic partner. We've got computers, we've got laptops, we've got gaming systems, we've got cell phones.
Meanwhile, President Trump ramped up his rhetoric against what he calls the radical left yesterday when he was asked if the alleged shooter worked alone.
I don't know. I mean, I can tell you he didn't work alone on the Internet because it seems that he became radicalized on the Internet. That's just by watching same things that you're watching and hearing. It looks like he became radicalized over the Internet. And it seems like he has wonderful parents, brought in a wonderful neighborhood, smart guy, great boards, great marks, great student. And then something happened to him over a fairly short period of time. It looks like he was radicalized over the Internet, and it's radicalized on the left. He's a left. I have a lot of problems with the left, and they get protected, and they shouldn't be protected.
Vice President J.D. Vance, meanwhile, guest hosted a special episode of The Charlie Kirk Show yesterday. The vice president was joined by a lineup of high-ranking Trump administration officials, including Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller. Vance argued that the left was largely to blame for political violence, while Miller vowed vengeance in the wake of Kirk's murder.
People on the left are much likelier to defend and celebrate political violence. This is not a both sides problem. If both sides have a problem, one side has a much bigger and more malignant problem, and that is the truth we must be told. And while our side of the aisle certainly has its crazies, it is a statistical fact that most of the lunatics in American politics today are proud members of the far left. We can thank God that most Democrats don't share these attitudes, and I do, while acknowledging that something has gone very wrong with a lunatic fringe, a minority, but a growing and powerful minority on the far left. So when you see someone celebrating Charlie's murder, call them out, and hell, call their employer. We don't believe in political violence, but we do believe in civility. And there is no civility in the celebration of political assassination.
We are going to channel all of the anger that we have over the organized campaign that led to this assassination to uproot and dismantle these terrorist networks. The organized doxing campaigns, the organized riots, the organized street violence, the organized campaigns of dehumanization, vilification, posting people's addresses, combining that with messaging that's designed to trigger and incite violence, and the actual organized cells that carry out and facilitate the violence. It is a vast domestic terror movement. And with God as my witness, we are going to use every resource we have at the Department of Justice, Homeland Security, and throughout this government to identify, disrupt, dismantle, and destroy these networks and make America safe again for the American people. It will happen, and we will do it in Charlie's name.
Anger might seem easier right now, but empathy is what this moment really needs as we all try to take the temperature down. Political violence has no place in this country, and both sides are dealing with it right now.